It's the start of a new week, Monday morning at 6 a.m, and I am about to change the thing that I believe took me from £100,000 a year all the way to 3 million. This could be a disaster. My whole video this week is going to be all about morning routines. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
How does your morning routine go? What do you do first?
Had the bath.
You have a bath. Okay, then what do you do?
Get a drink.
Get a drink. Stay hydrated. I like it. What about after that?
And have some breakfast.
This might be the best morning routine I've ever heard. Then what do you do?
And then I play outside.
Isabella, I think you've got mornings nailed. Well done. I am finally changing my morning routine that I've had for 3.5 years. Now, that might sound melodramatic, but the reality is I never used to have a morning routine. And when I got one dialed in, my finances and my businesses grew exponentially. I know there's the Alex Hormozis of the world who are like, screw your morning routine, just get up and get working. But I think that doesn't work for most humans. As well as making money, I'm trying to lead a good life. I want to spend time with my kids, drink good coffee, say hi to my wife in the morning, and also get my work done. So here's what it looked like. I would set my alarm for 6 a.m, roll out of bed, make a coffee, be at my desk over there by 6:30. Then I would have about a 4-hour window between 6:30 and 10:30 where I'd want to get in about 3 hours of deep work, 30 minutes cardio, and a little bit of time to see the kids, make another coffee, and see Megan in the morning. With the way my lifestyle's changed and how things currently are, there's a few problems with this routine. Number one was that because there was no time restrictions on the work and I would just try and see the kids and see Megan anytime I could get a break in there, it would mean if I was really swamped with work or I hadn't finished a particular task, I could keep putting that off. And it often meant that maybe I'd missed a chance to see them. Isabella had already gone to preschool, Megan had taken the kids out for the day. And number two, if I was behind on work, it made it way too easy to keep delaying doing my cardio to the point where it might be like 10:15 and I'm like, oh, there's no way I've got time to do it now. I've got to get to the office. I've got to get to this meeting, blah, blah, blah. And I skip it. I think we can all appreciate that missing out on seeing your wife and kids in the morning and skipping your cardio are two things that are not very good in the long term. So what is the point in a morning routine? I've kind of asked myself this a lot, and to get to the bottom of it, I completely got rid of my Hey you can't be throwing stuff at me. That was a good throw. So to get to the bottom of this, I completely got rid of my morning routine altogether for a couple of weeks. And if I'm honest, I just felt completely trapped. I can't believe this. It is 6:10. I've just woken up and come downstairs. We've got no coffee. Let's go. I'm really hoping the little Tesco's open.
Give the law of effection a chance.
Yes, we did it. Okay, not the best beans, but pretty good for 6:10 in the morning. Let's go make a coffee. Here's the thing with routine. I believe that it creates freedom. The perception would be that having a routine would trap you in, but actually, routine cultivates freedom. At the end of the day, we're all humans, we're creatures of habit, and having those plans, goals, routines, tasks that we readily repeat, when we complete them, we get like a sense of accomplishment, some satisfaction, and some endorphins go off in our brain, or a bunch of science stuff that I don't know, and it makes you feel good, and you start the day on a win, which is why going to get those coffee beans was worth every minute. Because one, it means I can complete my morning routine, and two, Megan will be very happy. Not gone too badly. I'm definitely no latte art expert, but that's probably some of the best I've ever done. I'm not sure what it is. Was good, and then they sort of fizzled out. Pay any stamp duty, they just claim entrepreneurs relief and only pay 10% tax on the sale of the whole asset. So having a morning routine that's really easy to stick to but is loaded with small challenges means you can start your day on a win. I've designed my new morning routine with exactly that in mind, so let's take a look at it. Number one, I'll set my alarm for 6 a.m. every day and get up straight away, no snoozing. Number two, head downstairs, grab a pint of water, sync my creatine tablets, and make a quick instant coffee to get me going. Number three, head out to the cabin and get on the rowing machine for 20 minutes. I usually do this while watching a couple of YouTube videos that I've saved in my watch later. After the rowing's done, I'll grab my iPad, sit down on the sofa, and just start to write out a few tasks that I've got to complete that day, any key things I'm focused on this week, and just start to fill out my calendar a little bit. Okay, by this time it's about 7 a.m. and on a good day, this is usually around when our kids are waking up. So I'll head into the house and play with them for 10 minutes and I'll make a nice coffee for me and Megan. The kids love getting involved in this. Usually Isabella does some crazy latte art or something, or if she leaves me to it, I'll do some terrible job of that. I don't think I'll ever be good at latte art. What even is that? Next up, I'll jump in the shower and get ready for the day. Usually that means getting in some gym clothes, as that's where I'll be heading, and I have jeans and t-shirts and GGG outfits at the office to get changed into after. Alright, by now it's usually about 7:30 to 8 a.m. and I'm about to dive into one of the most important parts of my day, and this is my deep work. I could do a whole separate video on deep work as a concept. I'm a massive fan of it, but essentially I'm going to lock myself away in the cabin with my laptop, no distractions, and just do 3 solid hours of work. Alright, if you are a mathematical genius like myself, then you will have probably worked out that from that 7:30, 8 a.m. deep work start time, it's now around 10:30 to 11 a.m. I will quickly chuck some food in my mouth, usually in the shape of some yogurt and granola and some berries, and then head to the gym. So it's going to be getting pretty close to midday now, and that is kind of the morning routine part of my day done. The great thing about a good morning routine is I'm now getting to midday and I've really done everything I need to do. That's what I mean when I say routine cultivates a sense of freedom. That may seem like a very strict routine to you, but the thing is, I've grafted from 6 a.m. to 12 noon, and the rest of my day is really now whatever I want to make it. I can hear guitars making noise. Let's see what's going on. How are we doing? Talking of routines, I'm about to run a Guitar Giveaway live draw. This is a prime example of a very strict routine where we're setting up the cameras, setting up the mics, testing everything, making sure we are ready to go live. The countdown is on. This is kind of like teleprompter kind of thing with the comments loaded up on it. We've got cameras here, mics clipped on, all the guitars up on the wall, and we're ready to go. It's Sunday morning. It's been a long weekend. We shot a wedding yesterday. So we woke up, we dropped the kids off at grandparents. We shot a wedding. So we filmed all day from about 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. Got in the car, drove straight to a gig, played a gig, headlined a festival last night.
Cheers so much.
Got back at probably 1 in the end. Then this morning, I've woken up, backed up all the footage from the wedding because I can't not back it up. It's too worrying in the back of your mind, even though it's on cards. So all that is backed up on multiple hard drives. Now I've got just a little bit of Guitar Gear giveaway work to do. Megan's gone out with Jessie to go and grab some fruit and stuff. We're heading to the same festival later today to go and watch a friend's band, and then we're going out for dinner tonight. So it's been absolutely wild. I am going to head out to the studio in a minute and do some work. So when I get set up for that, let's have a roundup on this week's morning routine shake-up. So I've now done a full week of the morning routine, and I'm going to break down the main points that I've picked up along the way. Okay, number one, on the days that I stuck to the routine and I completely nailed it, I can't deny there was a massive improvement in my mood, my productivity, and just how accomplished I felt at the end of the day. It really gave me a good start, and it definitely led on to having a better day. Number two, having the morning routine is better than not having one at all, simply because if you have it there, you have something to aim for. Even if you only hit the target 80% of the time, you're still making a massive improvement. It's a little bit like the way I look at eating now. Since losing some weight, generally speaking, throughout the week, I eat really well, kind of Monday to Friday, and then I take a little bit more of a relaxed approach on the weekend. It still means I'm eating amazingly most of the time. Next up, this isn't something you're going to get right first time. It's very easy to keep writing these routines out and procrastinating on it. I did this literally for like the last 2 weeks, writing different iterations, different orders, but I just wasn't doing it. So essentially, it's just a total waste of time. Like, just write something out, just try it, see what happens, and then tweak after. And finally, after a week of it, what would I improve? Probably not a lot. I think the main improvement to make was I just wish I started 2 weeks ago so I could have had more time in the routine and made more changes as I went along. I am definitely glad that I've changed it after all of these years, even though my morning routine I had kind of was a big part of what got me to where I am now. My life is different now, and my values have definitely changed and grown and matured as I've got a little older over the last few years. So putting a little bit more of myself first in my morning routine and realizing that actually that leverages more energy then for me to feel better and do better in my work. I think it's just something you learn probably as you become older and wiser in my ripe old age of now 33 years old. Have you had a great week?
Yes,
What's been your favourite part?
because I went to Bangladesh and I get to go to the pool and it's quite slippery.
Was it? Jessie, what's been your favourite part? Where are you going? Where are you going? Jessie, we haven't finished the interview. He's just left us. He's just left. Okay, so earlier this week, I asked you what your morning routine was. And have you been sticking to that morning routine this week?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's time we wrap this video up. So, Isabella, have you got any final words for all the people watching?
I did that fluffy thing.